How's it going, Assassinators? No Daddy here, and welcome to another Assassin video that you guys seem to like. Because it's good, I guess. So today I'm going to be doing something a little different. I'm going to be making a top 10. This is the top 10 exotics. Everybody asks, no data, what is your favorite exotic? And you know, I answered that question in the Q&A that I did about a month or so ago. But today I'm going to be doing, going a little bit more detail into this. So this is my top 10 exotics. So just a couple things before we start. First of all, this isn't based on like value or rarity. If you want to know that, just go to the value list and you'll find that out. Secondly, this is just my opinion. So, if you don't agree with it, then too bad. Value and rarity does influence what exotics I like a little bit, but this is really just what I think about the knife. And third of all, wow, out of all exotics I could have crafted with those legendaries, I got Proton once again. Talk about a waste of 2 legendaries. But third of all, guys, just so you know, both exotic knives and exotic pets can be included in this list, so it can be either one, so look forward to that. And guys, if you want to see a top 10 mythics, please leave a like on this video. If this video gets 200 likes, I will make a top 10 mythics. So without further ado, let's just get straight into it. So at number 10 we have Darkblade. Now this is the only tier 1 exotic on this list, actually. Spoiler alert. This is the only tier 1 exotic. But it's probably the best one of all. First of all, it just has great looks. It's really dark, hence the name. And it's all wavy and stuff. And it's just a really cool sword. And from the moment I've started Assassin to now, Darkblade has always really been high in demand. This is honestly the best. Did that guess just go through the floor? The Darkblade is honestly one of the best tier 1 exotics ever, because it's always just been high in demand. Because of, you can craft a unicorn with it, obviously, and people want that. Even though ironically, unicorn is low in demand, even though you can craft like 2 different mythics with it. But that's beside the point. You can craft a unicorn with Darkblade, so naturally most people want it. And it just looks really cool. And, it's kind of just a fan favorite among the people of Assassin, including me. So, yeah, number 10 is Darkblade. At number 9 is Spring Saber. Now, this exotic was able to be unboxed during the Easter event. During this event, you could unbox Spring Saber from the Sturdy case or the Elite case. And you could also get the legendary Faberge at the time, if you did the little egg hunt thing, which obviously most people did. But yeah, this is a really rare one, because the Easter event only lasted about a week and a half. It was only supposed to last a week, actually, but it extended to a week and a half. And I distinctly remember the first thing I thought when I saw this exotic in the Elite case. This is exactly what I said. Quote, "It's Holiday Saber, but it's Easter." That's what I thought. My thoughts were a little scrambled at the time, because I was doing the little egg hunt to get the Faberge, and I didn't realize there was another exotic. Like, I think somebody told me in like a party chat, oh, there's a new exotic, and I'm just like, wait, what? This is a legendary, it's not an exotic, what are you talking about? So I went to the Elite case and I saw the Spring Saber, and I was like, whoa, it's kind of shook. But that's literally what I said in my head. It's Holiday Saber, but it's Easter. But yeah, I just like the way Spring Saber looks. It's got the little Easter eggs and stuff, and yeah, I just really like it overall, and it's very rare. When the Easter event ended, I tried to get a lot of these knives, because again, this event was only a week and a half, so I knew this was going to be rare, so I got a lot of them. I've had like 11 maximum. Now I only have 9 because I actually traded one off in this video. I had 10 if you didn't see that trade from earlier. But yeah, I just got a lot of Spring Sabers, and you know, back then it was only worth like 6 exotics, and now it's worth 11. So I knew that was going to happen. So, you know, lo and behold, the moral of the story is get unobtainable knives and you'll go far in life. So yeah, that's number 9. At number 8 is Electro Saw. This is a normal tier 2 exotic that was obtained during like classic assassin. Back then, we know Flame Mace, Battle Electron, and all those other stuff came out. And honestly, I think this is the most underrated exotic ever. Like, honestly, like, Flame Mace is worth like 5, Posssessed Axe is worth 6, but and that's because of demand. You know, demand kind of controls the values of the tier 2 exotics. Obviously, Posssessed Axe is the highest in demand, so it's worth 6. But Electro Saw's mediocre demand has kept it at a value of 3 exotic, which honestly is a shame. I mean, personally, I think that throwing a chainsaw at someone is pretty freaking cool. But, you know, apparently a lot of people don't like it because it's not really that high in demand and it's only worth 3 exotics. But I think this is a really cool exotic and it's pretty underrated, honestly. So, I like it. Electro Saw is number 8. At number 7, we have Craig the Rainbow Phoenix. This is the pet that I have. This is the exotic pet that is in the pet case that recently came out, you know, a while ago. And honestly, this is a really good pet that honestly everybody likes. I was fortunate enough to unbox it from the pet case, I think twice actually. I don't remember, but I definitely unboxed it at least once, and you know, I was fortunate enough to get it, and excuse me, everybody just likes it. It's got the rainbow effect, which is just a huge improvement from the normal Phoenix. You know, it's got that little rainbow effect on its wings. It just looks really good, and I named him Craig, and I like that name. In the recording, his name actually started with a K, and that's because, for some reason, Roblox just tags and untags Craig at random times. I honestly don't know what happens, but sometimes I put in the name Craig and it gets tagged, and it's super annoying. But yeah, so if it starts with like a K or something, you know why. He's not in the recording right now, because whenever I trade, your pet just gets unequipped, which is honestly really annoying. Prisman should really fix that. But yeah, number 7 is Craig. At number 6, we have the Holiday Saber. Now, this exotic was the big exotic that everybody wanted when I first started Assassin. Because I first started playing Assassin during the Christmas event. And just like Spring Saber, you could unbox Holiday Saber from the Sturdy case and the Elite case. And I think you were able to craft it with 6 legendaries, which I think that's how I got my first Holiday Saber, but you couldn't do that with Spring Saber. So it's kind of weird. But yeah, it's just a bright little exotic knife. It's got the jingle bells on it, and it just looks, it's a really cool knife, honestly, you know. Again, I started playing Assassin, and I just got a notification from Snapchat. I first started playing Assassin with my friend, and obviously we both wanted that Holiday Saber because it looks really freaking cool. And yeah, Holiday Saber is at number 6. At number 5, we have the Krampus knife. Now, this was also during the Christmas event, and you needed, to craft it, you needed Holiday Saber and coal. And coal was a common knife that came from a code at the time. You know, that code's expired obviously, but if you did Holiday Saber and that code knife called coal, you would get Krampus. Now, if you look at the value list, you'll see that even though you use Holiday Saber to craft Krampus, Holiday Saber is actually worth more. And that's really because, you know, obviously most people with a Holiday Saber crafted Krampus. You know, it was very easy to get coal knife. All you had to do was put in a code and you would get coal. So most people crafted Krampus because most people thought, oh, that's better because you use it to craft. But once the event ended, people slowly started to realize, you know, at first, Krampus was worth more than a Holiday Saber. But over time, people started to realize, hey, there are more Krampuses as there are Holiday Sabers. So Holiday Saber ended up being worth more, and it's always going to be that way, honestly, because there's just less Holiday Sabers than there are Krampuses. But even though Holiday Saber is worth more, I will never ever deny that Krampus just looks better than Holiday Saber. I mean, just look at it. It's all dark and it's red and it just looks so much better than the Holiday Saber. Don't get me wrong, I really like the Holiday Saber, but I will never deny that Krampus just looks better in general. And a lot of my friends, this is the favorite exotic for a lot of my friends, including the friend that I started playing Assassin with. This was his favorite exotic of all time, and I can't blame him. It's just a really good exotic knife. At number 4, we have Posssessed Axe. Posssessed Axe is the best tier 2 exotic in the game. It's really high in demand, and for good reason. Like, let's be honest, guys. Posssessed Axe is like Corrupted Axe's little brother. You know, it's not as good as Corrupted Axe, but it's still pretty good, honestly. You know, it's a green version of Corrupted Axe, and you were able to get it during like beta Assassin. You know, when you could open like Flame Mace and Bat Scythe and stuff. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people just like this knife, and it looks really good, honestly. It's a green version of Corrupted Axe. You know, what else could you ask for? At number 3, we have Skeleton King. This is currently the best exotic in the game. I mean, I guess Elegant Blade is technically worth more, but that's not going to last long, guys, just so you know. The Elegant Blade value is going down. But yeah, Skeleton King is worth 25 exotics, and this is like one of the best exotics in the game, honestly. And you were able to get this during the Halloween event. I believe you could have gotten it from the Elite case or whatever it was called at the time. I don't really remember. I think it was like the Elite crate. Was it crates at the time? I don't remember. I think it was cases. So I don't remember. But the point is, this was during the Halloween event. You could unbox Skeleton King. And if you kept it for all this time, it's worth a fortune now. A lot of people like this knife. Same as me, it just looks really freaking good. And it's really hard to get, guys. It's so high in demand. It's worth so much. You know, if you want this knife, God bless, because you're going to have to trade a lot of knives in your inventory to get this. It's just super rare, super high in demand, worth a lot, and it's really hard to get, and it just looks amazing, guys. So, number 3 is Skeleton King. At number 2, we have the Corrupted Axe. When I first started playing Assassin, this was the best knife in the game. You know, Skeleton King was only out, you know, it came out only like a few months ago. So it was worth a lot, don't get me wrong. But Corrupted Axe was worth a little bit more by like one exotic. It was much more rare because Corrupted Axe got removed from the cases sooner than the Skeleton King. And it's just a great knife. I still remember getting my first Corrupted Axe ever. I traded Ice Ancient and Dark Blade. A much simpler time, I must say. But yeah, that's number 2. Corrupted Axe just looks amazing. Once again, it's a great knife. It's a big axe, for Christ's sake. And it's super high in demand. Not as much as Skeleton King, but you know, it's still super high in demand. It might even be more rare than Skeleton King. The only reason Skeleton King is worth more is because it's high in demand, honestly. So this might be considered the rarest knife in all of Assassin. But yeah, that's it. Corrupted Axe is number 2. And finally, at number 1, we have Flame Mace. This is my favorite exotic in all of Assassin. It's not worth as much as Skeleton King or Corrupted Axe, but it is my personal favorite. It was one of the classic exotics you can unbox during like Beta Assassin or whatever it was. Again, I didn't play during that time, so I don't have much knowledge. But I like this knife because it's just really good in combat. You know, it's slow, but it has a huge hitbox, right? And once you get used to it, it's just a great knife. Because it just has a great hitbox. I use this all the time while grinding for Champion Blade in competitive mode. And it's my old reliable, you know what I mean? So, that's it. Number 1 is Flame Mace. And that's pretty much it for this top 10. Again, guys, if this reaches 200 likes, I will do a top 10 Mythics. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all those other things that YouTube people do. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Toodles!